Cold opening. Holy shit. We got some things to work on for the intros and outros of this one. But, ladies and gentlemen, Logical Senses is fucking back. It had to be because, I mean, the world is on fucking fire and I'm getting ready to help pour some fucking gasoline on it. Welcome to the show. I know it's been a while since Logical Sense has been around, but once again, had to get it back up on the air. Wanted to fill up some spots on JAFFO's TV, but to also be able to talk about, just anything and everything. Be able to think logical throughout this whole goddamn world. And I'm your host, JP. Alongside me, you guys know him. You guys love him. The new grandfather, Mr. DJ Matchsticks, and here with me, Pawpaw Sticks in there.
Paul Sticks in the mix.
And you're joining me to talk a little bit about this crazy thing we call life. And it's just, man, eh, look, okay. So, why did I want to get an episode in as soon as possible? Well, one, I'm getting real fucking tired, honestly, of hearing people who voted for Orange Hitler uh, going, this isn't what we voted for.
Yeah, it is. You knew what you was getting into when you voted for that shit.
You're not going to sit here and convince me that and look, as smart as a lot of the people that I've talked to are, tells me, okay, you're only maybe intelligent in one area. Because if you didn't think that this dumb son of a bitch was lying to you this entire fucking time, you haven't been paying attention. Or you just willingly not paying attention.
Yeah.
This whole I voted for him because I thought Kamala was going to take my guns. Nobody's taking your fucking guns.
Nah.
Nobody ever of all time, never, is going to take your fucking guns. That's a tired out argument. It's a bullshit argument.
Especially if
And
you own them legally, they ain't finna take your gun. Now, if you own them illegal, you shouldn't have them in the first place.
As long as you're a law-abiding citizen, you have nothing to worry about.
Yep.
So what the fuck? I thought she was going to take my guns, but my freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. Okay, here. Let me ask. What about your freedom of speech were they going to take? Was it, I don't know, the fact that you can't use homophobic and racial slurs without repercussions anymore? Maybe that might have something to do with it? Because there's nothing else that I can think of or that I've seen that would remotely even come close to them taking away your freedom of speech.
Yeah.
You can say whatever the fuck it is that you want to say. That doesn't mean your words are not going to have repercussions.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
It should have put that in the fucking Constitution. You do have freedom of speech. However, if you talk a certain amount of shit and you're not doing racial slurs, why? Why? That to me, it's like grow the fuck up. Most of these motherfuckers who are talking this shit have been sitting in Call of Duty lobbies too goddamn long. And you remember how pissed off they got when Call of Duty started getting
when they started shutting that shit down.
That shit. Oh, this isn't the Call of Duty that I grew up and loved. Fuck you. You racist piece of shit. You're mad because you can't use the N-word. Go fuck yourself, white boy. Chill. Like I'm so sick. And again, the people who I didn't know Trump was going to do this. He said he wasn't going to take us to war. He said he was going to lower gas prices. He said he would get. He said a lot of shit.
And ain't did a damn thing yet.
He didn't do anything in his first term.
But it caused a big ass war that we finna go to World War III.
And it's just the amount of bullshit that comes out of these people's mouths.
God. Sorry.
Like the bullshit that comes out of these people's mouths is just beyond infuriating to me. Like, you've seen some of the posts and stuff like that I put up, and so like I do
Mm-hmm.
get passionate about this shit because I do get like, how can you be that fucking stupid?
Yeah.
You're not going to sit here and tell me that, oh, I voted for Trump because of this. I thought he was going to. No, no, no. You voted for him, one, because you didn't want a black woman as president. That's
Mm-hmm.
one. That's probably first and foremost. I could put that probably at the top, at least top three on the
Yep.
list of reasons why you didn't want to have her as your president. And, oh, Danya Lyon's gone.
Oh yeah, nah, he gone. Yeah, nah. That's what I was saying. He was gone.
But it was because you didn't want a black woman as president. You didn't want a woman as president. That's just,
Mm-hmm.
the straight, facts of it. And two, most of y'all are party first over everything.
Mm-hmm.
You will defend and vote for your party, and this is Democrats too. You will sit there and vote for somebody just based off party affiliation, regardless of what they bring to the table.
Mm-hmm.
And MAGA to me is like, we're talking about the dumbest of the dumb, the stupidest of the stupid. The people that, when you look at history and you watch like these documentaries on like the Charles Manson and the Jim Jones, like all these cults and
It's
shit
a
that
cult.
happen,
Yeah, that's all it
and
is.
you
Yeah.
sit there and think to yourself, how did they fall for this? How could you have possibly believed that? How did you? I put it down to this: you are either super desperate, and that can happen. People are desperate. Either they're trying to find an identity, trying to find a sense of belonging. I can get that. I can understand that. Or you have the IQ level of a goldfish.
Mm-hmm.
It's one or the other. They're preying on the weak and the weak-minded. And on top of that, MAGA has gotten so bad, so cult-like behavior. They don't know what's right and wrong anymore. They are more than willing to absolutely contradict themselves every single day. Just, our dear orange leader. This motherfucker comes out saying, I'm the healthiest son bitch in the world. I'm 6'3", 240 pounds with 3% body fat. Okay. Okay. You're about 93% body fat
Yeah.
and about 340 pounds. And about 6'1", maybe. And that's putting it generous without, counting the fucking platform shoes you probably have on.
Mm-hmm.
But we're also talking about somebody who, he's a convicted rapist. There is no if, and, buts, or maybes about that. He's a
Mm-hmm.
convicted rapist. He's in the Epstein files more than God is mentioned in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And yet I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, yeah. They just they got blinders on.
this motherfucker is one of the main causes of why women and children have been either killed or mentally tormented for their entire lives. And y'all are okay with this?
Mm-hmm.
You're okay with a pedophile, rapist, war criminal running your fucking country. But Joe Biden fell asleep too long, and yet Trump, damn near every time you have him on fucking camera during a goddamn hearing, is passing out.
And he shitted himself.
He's always shitting himself. He's been shitting himself.
Gonna need some Depends.
That motherfucker's been shitting himself since The Apprentice. There are plenty of stories about that. Oh yeah, we had to stop production for a quick second because they had to change his diapers.
Yeah.
That was called Mr. Wipes.
Mr. Wipes.
His assistant was called Mr. Wipes. Like,
Serious, look it up.
and yeah, I know it sounds like a joke, people. It's not. It's not. Like, we're talking about somebody who is just a beyond evil human being.
Mm-hmm.
Just a horrible piece of shit human being. He's a great businessman. He bankrupted 6 times. I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah.
Most businesses, you can only bankrupt 1 time before you're done.
Mm-hmm.
He bankrupted 6.
You bankrupted a casino. How
How
you
the fuck
bankrupt a
do you
casino?
bankrupt a casino?
A casino.
You know what happens at a casino, people? You walk in, you hand the casino your money, and then you walk out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens. That's what happens in a casino. And he fucking fucked that up. Trump University, 28 billion in liability lawsuit that he had to pay back to all those students because he screwed them over. This man has been screwing people over since the dawn of time.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, somehow, Republicans, you're going to sit here and try to convince me like that was your best guy? He was your best guy. Out of all the Republicans that are in Congress, in the House, in anywhere, him? The grab him by the pussy guy? The orange Cheeto who has uneven tan?
Mm-hmm.
The guy who's got a toupee? The guy who shits himself and has been shitting himself because of the fact he's done so much fucking cocaine and drugs throughout his entire life that he has no control over his bowels anymore? That guy? That's who you want running your shit. That's a real quick way for nobody to ever vote Republican ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and by the way, this is also a president who said if I was going to run for president, I'd run as a Republican because they're the dumbest voter base in the
Mm-hmm.
entire country. Yes, he said that, people. That's not a lie. So this is the same guy. It's like, I love my poorly educated. I
Yeah.
love my poorly educated. He called y'all stupid to your face, and y'all went woohoo. What? I and the women who follow
Yeah.
this guy.
Who follow him? Yeah.
Holy shit. You talk about the Handmaid's Tale. Holy fuck, this is worse. You have women who see that he's a convicted rapist, who see that he's been in the Epstein files,
Mm-hmm. And
who've
don't care.
seen all of this. And yet still, why do you think, I'm starting to think that these Republican women, they're one of the main reasons why a lot of like, it turns out that when they say the whole, the subservient wife type of shit,
Mm-hmm.
like if you're looking at somebody who's like that, has no like just absolutely no independence whatsoever,
Yeah.
like just absolutely reliant on everyone and anyone, and they get with these dudes who mentally, physically abuse them,
Mm.
but their lives are great, right? Oh, I live in a I got my kid. You fucking piece of shit. The women who follow him, the dudes who follow him, and the worst ones are the minorities who follow him.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what I just don't understand. Yeah.
Whole
Like you just following just a blatant racist, and he just That's
thinking
that
he
that I'll
gives
never
a
understand.
thinking that he gives a fuck about you. And I've seen so many stories. Oh, and I'm Hispanic, so I'm gonna say this because I've seen it and I've had it in my family. I fucking know about this. All right. You got the self-hating Mexican motherfuckers and Latino sons of bitches who actually think they're white and think because they, do what the white man says that they're just going to bring them along for the ride. No, no. That's how stupid you are. They're going to use you for every bit that they can, and then they're going to dump your ass. You voted for him, and then you got deported. Hey, that ain't on nobody but you.
Yep. You got what
He
you voted
wasn't
for.
supposed to come for me. He was supposed to come for law for the people who were breaking the law. 95% of the people that they've arrested with ICE have been law-abiding
Mm-hmm.
migrants. No criminal history. They came. A lot of them came here legally. They've got green cards. They've got all of that shit. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to them.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to send you to El Salvador, whether you are El Salvadorian or not. They're and this is one of the reasons why I called this show Logical Senses to begin with, because the lack of logical thinking,
Ecological.
like the
The lack
lack
of
of
logics.
logical thinking in this world is just, bro. Like I can say this: I am not what you would call a highly educated human being, in a sense of I went to a 4-year college, I got my degree, but man, I did 2 years of JUCO and that was about it. School wasn't for me. I just didn't feel like it was for me, and in college and stuff like that, it mostly felt like just a continuation of high school. But I at least wanted to be aware of my surroundings.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not aware of something, I want to find out that piece of information so that I can be. When I'm hearing stay woke back in the day,
Yeah.
the true definition of being woke is being aware.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. This whole shit that they've basically weaponized it. Oh, the woke left, the woke mob, the woke. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know the definition. And that's just another fucking example of white people using black people saying and turning it into something else.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I don't fucking get it. And a lot of these people who are fucking stupid are the ones who so-called went to
Yeah.
university degree. All these talking heads that I see on here,
Mm-hmm.
y'all went to Yale. Some of y'all went to Harvard. Some of y'all went to
Yeah.
these Ivy League schools, and you're that
Indeed.
fucking stupid? You can't think for yourself at all? The critical thinking, like, is just completely lost among you. You are just literally going to sit there and go, yes, Orange Daddy, and that's it. You're going to do anything that he says, just because.
Mm-hmm.
And they can't even lie properly. They get jumbled up in so much of their shit because he changes his mind. And this is a true sign of a fucking dementia patient.
Mm.
This dude changes his mind on everything. The man who says, I know everything about everything. But when you ask him about something, I don't know nothing about it.
Mm-hmm.
What? This is the same guy who went and mocked a disabled person. Y'all were cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
Has bragged about sexually assaulting people. Y'all were cool with that.
Yeah.
What? Obama must have really pissed y'all off. Like, holy shit.
Hey,
Obama,
it just boiled down to the color of the skin. That's all it boiled down to.
y'all were getting on Obama for a tan suit and nothing about the Epstein files for Trump? Come on now.
Mm-hmm.
Come on now. You're showing your ass. Racism is absolutely like, you can't hide it. You might as well just walk around with a fucking hood on, with a white hood on.
Yeah. I mean, pretty much they do, just without the hood. I mean, at least we know who all the races is these days. They just walk around without it. You just know. They show their colors.
So let me ask you this. Showing their true colors, like, yeah, I would rather be able to know who the hell I'm fucking
Mm-hmm.
with than to, it be like, oh, I don't know if they are or aren't, it be in the
Yeah.
background or whatever. But for me, at least when it came down to like what was going on with Obama, like for me, I really did during the Obama administration, during those 8 years, I really did feel and had a sense of feeling like, all right, we're going in the right direction. You know, things
Mm-hmm.
are starting to get. We're starting to heal. You know, the history that's being learned. We're getting there. We're getting that. We're getting over that hump now. And then, boom, Orange Hitler comes in, and we're all fucking 50
Yep.
years back now.
Well, back in the day, yep.
All the progress that we have, gone. Like so. I mean, I know you'd rather know, but at that, like, the feeling from then compared to now. Am I wrong in feeling that? Did you feel? I mean, you're a black man. You know.
No,
You've gone through
we
way more
definitely
shit
went
than I have.
backwards.
That's guaranteed.
Yeah.
So it's like from then until now, obviously it's worse now, but like dealing with this whole shit, especially what you've seen, what you've dealt with, you've been on the front lines of protests. I've been with you there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've seen, you know, what you have done for the community. In your eyes, what is it about what's going on right now that is just absolutely like, what's the worst thing for you that you've been
Now,
seeing?
we're just definitely going forward. I think like people now, they just bold. Like they just, they feel like they can just say whatever they want to. Like he's entitled these people to say whatever they want to. Hey, you said if you want to, when you get punched in your shit, don't, hey, talk to me crazy. You're going to get punched in your shit. So, yeah. So I just feel like they just bold now. Like he's entitled these people to say whatever they want to. And they just, they say whatever they want to. And they fucking around and finding out. So.
Yeah, man. I feel like social media is a problem with it too. I mean, you got a lot of keyboard warriors and shit. You know,
Mm-hmm.
they would never say shit. And a lot of these racist motherfuckers who are out there and doing all this other stuff, you look at their online social media profile, they don't have an actual profile picture of themselves.
Nah,
They
and they're
got
not
something
saying,
else. They're
yeah,
hiding them.
yeah,
These
they
are
hiding
bot
it.
accounts.
They'll never come out and say that shit to somebody's face.
Hell no. And the ones that do get punched in the fucking mouth,
Mm-hmm.
deservedly so like they should be.
Yep. And then want to cry about it. He assaulted me. Well, hey, you verbally assaulted me, so
We're even.
yep.
I like putting that fucking hashtag knock a Nazi out. Like hey, I have no problems. What I found funny is how MAGA and Republicans were going, oh, the snowflakes on the left, they're so weak, they're so this. That quickly changed to, oh, they're so violent. They're
Mm-hmm.
so violent. Oh my God. Even though all of the violence that's been happening has been
It's
them.
been on the Republic. Yeah, it's them. Yep.
Who killed Charlie Kirk?
Yep.
Them.
Them. Yep. Who tried to take over the Capitol, them. It wasn't,
That
yeah.
wasn't the left.
Started with the
Because
insurrection, yeah.
and I told people when January 6th happened, if this was a bunch of black people and minorities and everything
Oh no,
like
they
that, the
got,
fucking Capitol steps would have been drenched in
oh
blood.
yeah, definitely, yeah.
Riot police would shield my ass. They would have
Mm-hmm.
opened fire.
Yeah.
Guaranteed.
Y'all trying to take over the government. We can't let the blacks do that. Yeah. You let your own people do it pretty much. And then now all these fools that did it that he pardoned is all going back to jail. They just had the
For
one dude
sexual, for
who
fucking
got pardoned, who
Remainer.
just got sentenced to life for for
Child
messing
porn.
with kid. Yeah. All y'all pedophiles.
Now you see why they voted for the pedophile.
Mm-hmm.
Because they are. It's like, oh, you can't generalize about. I'm sorry. Every example that I've been getting
Yeah.
has been that. It's like, and I don't want to mention the name and stuff like that, but I love the guy. I told you, you saw the conversation and stuff like that we were having
Mm-hmm.
online and stuff like that. You know, I'm like, man, in my head, I'm like, you are way too fucking smart
Yeah.
to be getting duped like that.
Yeah. A
You know,
lot of people are talking about we voted for him because of his policies. What policies have he put into place yet? Yet he ain't did shit yet. But
not one.
what we doing now? Over in the war that we ain't got no business over in. People dying for no reason.
They're dying for a pedophile because he's trying
Mm-hmm.
to distract from the goddamn Epstein files. Like we have
Yeah.
forgotten.
Yeah, basically, yeah, that's all it's about. Yeah.
And
That
what's
war ain't got nothing to
crazy
do,
is,
that shit ain't got nothing to do with the United States.
and what's crazy is they don't understand, and when I say they, I mean MAGA. They don't understand that this is an international thing. This isn't Epstein. Oh, it's just the United States. No, this is a global
I
thing.
know, yes,
This is a
major, yeah.
global trafficking ring in which the world has never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
The amount of corruption, the amount of pedophilia, the amount of sex trafficking, the amount of crazy shit has never been seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And all of these countries where the other dudes who have been, I think, there was India, there was China, there, people in Afghanistan, there are like people all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
CEOs, big time dudes getting taken down. Prince Andrew got his shit, like all of his royalties, like everything's
Mm-hmm.
done. That motherfucker
Yep.
got his own brother said,
Mm-hmm.
fuck that, put that motherfucker in jail.
Yep.
Prince Andrew is the reason why Princess Diana is dead. Princess Diana was assassinated because she found out of what was going on with Prince Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
So with all of those, with those prosecutions, you don't think the real information is going to end up coming out eventually?
Oh yeah, that shit coming out. Yeah, I can't
You
wait
don't
for it to
think
come out. I can't wait for it. Yep.
these videos and shit ain't going to come out?
Because some of these victims saying they got videos that are in this presidency right now.
And
I'm
they
like, please
should
release
put it
that
all out.
shit. Yeah.
I don't want to hear talk.
Yeah. Release that shit. I want to see it.
And with the survivors, it's like, I'm with you. If you have the names, if you have the video, if you have the, put that shit out.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know the DOJ ain't going to help you.
Nah.
Pam Bondi basically, in front of all of the survivors who were standing behind her, basically just said, I don't see him there.
Yeah. Basically. Yeah.
I don't see them standing directly behind me. They've all asked me to talk, but I, just not wanting to talk to them, even though I'm telling
Mm-hmm.
people we've talked to the victims.
Yeah. No, you didn't.
They've all exonerated Trump. Fuck you. No, they didn't.
Yeah. No, they didn't.
How you have press conferences of them naming Trump by name,
Mm-hmm.
but he's exonerated? Come on now. This is the same guy who has actually settled cases for sexual assault,
Mm-hmm.
has paid money to other women to get these sexual assault cases thrown under the rug. This has happened, people. I'm not full of shit. You can look this up. A quick Google search, which I know MAGA has no idea how to fucking use.
Mm-hmm.
A quick Google search will teach you everything you need to know. Will tell you whether it's a right or wrong. Fact checking is really not that hard. You don't need to be a brain surgeon in order to be able to fact check people. But it's like, I just can't understand the amount of greed, the amount of just absolute just bullshit. Like it's infuriating, bro. Like I sit here and watch this, and you ask the wife, like I sit here and get like I'm almost shaking sometimes.
Yeah.
I get so mad.
Yeah.
Like because my mind goes like, I'm not that highly educated on paper, but fuck, I'm not that dumb.
Yeah.
Like you have to think logically. Question everything. He said that, but you know what? That doesn't sound right.
Mm-hmm.
The way he said it, the way he looked at it, when he said, like, it just, I don't know. Let me look this up.
Yeah.
We have way too much technology nowadays for this many people to be that dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're apparently the wealthiest country in the world, and yet we have the biggest homeless problem. Yet more people are on welfare than anywhere else. We can't have free healthcare, but we can drop bombs.
Mm-hmm.
That first attack in Iran, the amount of bombs that was over $2 billion.
Yeah. We got a big
What
ass
Tupac say?
pipeline.
They got money for wars, but can't feed the poor.
See this shit?
I may be a little bit behind you on this one.
They fighting.
Of course they are.
No, I think Munchie got like blindsided for no reason. Like somebody got hit for from behind.
Yeah, but no fighting needed.
Yeah, that was a dirty ass hit. So yeah, I'd have been up and been hot too.
Hold on, let's see. Let me see this. No, no, no. You see, Palmer came in to disrupt. Yeah, no, Paul. That's a football play. I'm sorry. That's a football play. The ball
I
was
mean, at this
getting
point, you
there.
might as well
Munchie was
end the
going for
game.
the
It ain't like
ball,
they
and
coming back to win anyway.
Palmer came and whacked him or whatever. You know what? Ego shit, bro. And now look at James getting into it. Now James is talking shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what, bro? Hey, y'all don't deserve to make ESPN. Y'all don't deserve to get any higher than what it is right now.
I mean, we can see what it is right now just looking at the video. I mean, shit, we could have went out there with our cameras and did a better job of the video than it is right now. It's
Yeah,
so grainy you can't even tell what's going on.
this is just. We'll talk more about this on the Jaffo show.
Yeah.
Christ. But it's like we had to get on here, and with this show, what we're gonna try and do with this is I'm gonna try, and I'm already in the works of trying to do it now. Again, most of the people, like, if you need to have a certain amount of followers, you need to have this. I get that, I understand. Whatever, you got to get your paid, money and stuff like that. The way you got to get it as well. Whatever, but definitely trying to get people who have a perspective, on current world events. Trying to get my buddy Levante Hester, who's a former military army. He talks a lot about what's been going on. And he's a very, right down the middle. He's going to see both sides for what they are and everything like that. I would love to have him back on. Justice Crudup, I would love to have him on. I would so there's a lot of people that we want to be able to bring onto the show. And those who have, seen us on the All Pro Jaffos and everything else, sports wise, that's all fine. But this show, I think, is going to be a lot more. I mean, we'll try to bring some comic relief. We'll try to be funny about some. Damn, they ended the stream,
Yep.
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we're try and make light of certain things, especially I'm a firm believer that you got to be able to find light in a dark place.
Yeah.
To be able to kind of get through certain things. Um, that's why I find dark humor a lot funnier than most people do, unfortunately. But it, it but it's going to be a serious tone because right now, what's going on in this world is just it's the hypocrisy, the it's just it's brain rot to a lot of the extent. Like it's just I, again, I want to know the truth. If the truth hurts, so fucking be
Mm-hmm.
it. At least I'll
Yeah.
get over it because I know what the truth is. If somebody came out 10, 20 years from now and we found out Obama did some crazy shit. Hey, I loved him as our president. I personally
Mm-hmm.
think he's probably the best president we probably ever had.
Yeah. But he still need to be held accountable.
But exactly.
Yep.
And that's the
Hold
thing
these.
these MAGA motherfuckers don't understand. And they
Yep.
keep
Hold these
doing that.
people accountable. Yep.
What's
They
up?
need
Well,
all need
what
to be
about
held
Bill Clinton?
accountable.
What about Bill Clinton? Well, what did I fry his ass too?
Mm-hmm.
If anyone had anything to do with the Epstein list,
Yep.
fry their ass. And I want to see it publicly displayed too.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see publicly displayed fucking firing squad. I don't give a shit. Make them a fucking lesson. Because again, like you said, everybody needs to be held accountable, right or
Yep.
black. I don't care
I
who it
mean,
is.
that show gonna hold us accountable, so why we can't hold them to the same standard?
I can go to jail for unpaid parking tickets.
Mm-hmm. But I
But this
can't vote with
motherfucker ain't in
34
jail.
felonies.
But this motherfucker ain't in jail for fucking kids.
How he
You
not in
tell me
jail
what's wrong with
for
that.
34 felonies on top of that? Even before, yeah. I'm like, that just baffles me. You can't even
34
vote, but you
felonies.
can hold the office, the highest office there can be, with 34 felonies.
I just when you think the American people can't really get any dumber, this is what happens. This is the type of shit that happens.
Mm-hmm.
I can't sit here, oh, we're scientifically the best, we're this, we're the best. America, 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 we're the best, we're the best, we're the best. No, we're not. The best in what?
Mm-hmm.
What are we the best in? The amount of people who are addicted to opioids, and apparently child pedophilia. That's what this country is best for right now. Worst, actually. But sports, fuck you. We're not talking about sports. Because even right now in sports, we're kind of getting our asses handed to us.
Mm-hmm.
In certain aspects of things, it's like, well, we're not even the best at that anymore.
Yeah.
The NBA is being taken over by all of Europe.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So, baseball has been controlled by the Dominicans for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So, what exactly are we good at? NASCAR? Oh yeah, that's right. Not even the white people are good at the NASCAR anymore. Bubba Wallace is out there fucking.
Yeah, right.
Michael Jordan's out there winning fucking
Mm-hmm.
NASCAR titles now. Like what? Like, what do y'all really got? And it's like we need to actually be real.
Yeah.
We can't sit here and say we're the number one country and then do what we've been doing. We have the the people who have needed to be held accountable since the beginning of the country's inception has never been held accountable. When the Civil War happened, we didn't do shit to the South.
Mm-hmm.
They just said, okay, y'all are forgiven. Nah, hell no. You motherfuckers tried to goddamn ruin this shit. You should be held accountable. All of your leaders, done. Gone. You don't get to
Mm-hmm.
hold office. Exiled. Or worse. Damn near anyone who participated in the Confederate Army probably should have been death by firing squad via treason.
Yeah.
That's what should have happened. But no, we just said, okay, war's over. Back to normal now.
Yep.
Normal? What do you mean normal? Shit ain't ever going to be the same.
Yeah.
Okay, you freed the slaves, but Jim Crow was still around. You freed the slaves in the 1800s, but they still didn't get their just due and equal opportunity until 1960s.
Mm-hmm.
So another 100 years after 100+ years after slavery ended, they still weren't. Yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and this is another reason why I hate Oklahoma. Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. They bombed that shit, massacred people, killed people. Can you imagine if Black Wall Street would have if they would have just left that shit alone, what
Oh,
Oklahoma
yeah.
would be right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma might be one of the richest states in the goddamn country had it not been for that. But what do we know? White people had to have their way, right? What's
Mm-hmm.
that one saying? You convince the dumbest white man that they're smarter and better than the smartest black man, and they'll just hand over anything that you want them to hand over.
Yeah.
All these rednecks out there thinking that they're, the superior race, they can't even be out in the goddamn sun for more than an hour. They have no culture. What culture? Nobody has been able to explain to me what white culture is.
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't exist. White people have been stealing ideas, innovations, inventions forever. Most of the inventions that have happened in this country are made by who? Black men and
Black
women.
people. Mm-hmm.
Most of the sports y'all watch are dominated by who?
Facts. Black men and women.
But y'all are the superior race.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. It's just the lack of self-awareness, bro.
Yeah.
Just the lack of self-awareness. This country is supposed to be a melting pot where everybody from anywhere can be able to come and feel fucking safe.
Nah, they don't want nobody here. They wanted to be white America. They can
It
get
ain't
rid of
never gonna
every
be.
if they can get rid of every race, they would be happy with just white America.
And white people don't really understand either. In the global population, white people only account of 10% of the global population.
Yep. Y'all gonna have some unseasoned ass food. Y'all food gonna be nasty.
Forget white people were fighting wars over spices that they don't even
Yeah.
fucking use.
Oh yeah.
But it's not a matter of being using said spices. It was a matter of controlling the market for it.
Oh yeah. They got
That's all
control.
it's
Yeah.
ever been. It's always been about that green. That's it.
Control issues. Yeah.
Control, greed, the whole thing. Using religion to your man. See, the talk of religion is a whole nother episode. Because like I can sit and I've told Matt Six, I've told plenty of people. I got my faith. I don't have a religion.
Mm-hmm.
I believe there's something. I believe that there's something just out there. That we didn't just come from nothing. We could have just came from nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Could have literally been just a primordial ooze that just came out the water and we fucking evolved.
Yeah.
Hey, we just got lucky. Is really what happened.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't. I've read the Bible front to back since I was a kid. I was put in fucking Catholic school during my elementary school years when I was living in Texas before I moved to California. We were reading the Bible every fucking day. But one thing that I realized is, well, y'all ain't practicing what you preach.
Nope.
Love thy neighbor, but fuck the immigrant? Hold on. Wait a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a
Yeah.
minute. We're supposed to be helping and feeding the poor, but y'all are dismissing the poor?
Mm-hmm.
People are trying to come in for shelter during a flood. Joel Osteen, you stupid bitch. And you rejected them?
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't want the lowers in your fucking mega church.
Yeah.
Mad Sticks, we just took a trip. What was one of the things that we said? Damn, we charging at the door.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
wild.
Mm-hmm.
I do remember Jesus walking into this place and flipping
And
tables.
flipping it over. Yep. Flipping the tables. Yep.
Flipping tables and whipping motherfuckers saying, you
Mm-hmm.
turned my father's house into a den of thieves.
Mm-hmm.
But we conveniently forget that part, don't we?
Yep.
Well, I've seen churches you walk in and motherfuckers are selling merchandise on the inside. What?
I'll
We
never
got a
remember a
building
church I
fund,
went
but we
to.
got poor people still chilling
I'll,
outside.
I'll never remember a church I used to grow up going to, and they put a ATM machine in the lobby. I'll never forget that. I was like, "That's where we going with these days, huh? We got an
Oh, you
ATM
don't got
machine.
nothing to put in the collection plate? There's an ATM right
Yep,
outside.
ATM outside.
People putting up 10% of their paychecks. I'm looking at videos of pastors fucking shitting on their constituents saying, oh, you didn't give enough.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah, there was that pastor recently that was talking about online, talking about he want all his members to bring all their tax documents to. He want to see all their tax documents. I was like, "It's why I stay home. I'm cool."
Why the fuck are people struggling? We're over here talking about feeding the poor and the pastor's driving a Bentley.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got poor people chilling outside. You give them slop, yet you're living in a fucking mansion in a compound. Righteous Gemstones is not a comedy. It's a fucking documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just the amount of greed, the amount of shit, the contradictions. It's just, it's one of those things that like I said, it infuriates the hell out of me. I know it
Mm-hmm.
infuriates the hell out of Matchsticks.
Oh
I
yeah.
know it infuriates the hell out of a lot of other people that I've talked to. But it's like, what do we do? I mean, what we can do is talk about it. What we can do is we can raise our children to be better. We can tell them, hey, you see this? Don't do that. Learn from history. Why do we keep repeating the cycle? Why are we doing the same shit now that we were doing in 63, that we were doing in 43, that we were doing in
Mm-hmm.
23? Every generation has the same thing. Well, every generation has their great war. Why? For what?
Mm-hmm.
What do we need a great war for? People, the United States has been an independent country for almost 250 years. And we've only been at peace for less than 20 of them. We can't go a minute without having to bomb somebody, without having to have some sort of control in somewhere or something. Everywhere our military goes, we don't fucking leave. There's 50 states, yeah, but there's about 10 territories as well, so it's kind of like 60. It's just those territories don't get the same benefits as we do.
Mm-hmm.
The only benefit that they get is being able to be called an American citizen. Anything else outside of that, hey, you're on your own. Just ask Puerto Rico. You know, the Virgin Islands. You know, hey, great destinations, you know, travel destination areas. Yeah. But what's going on with the people?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. Yeah. By the way, fuck you, Jake Paul. Just had to say that real quick. You're not a fucking Puerto Rican bitch. You just happen to be born there.
Yeah.
You and your bitch made brother. It's just it baffles me, bro. Like it baffles, and that's one of the reasons why I had to bring this back. And again, it's not just going to be me and Match Six. There's going to be more people coming on. I know Mizzle's going to be wanting to be a part of the show at certain times. Like there's so much shit to be able to talk about that we as a people, and hopefully we can be able to bring something. Because again, I want to learn. I don't want to sit here and just talk out of my ass and just like I want to be able to talk with other people and be able to learn some shit. I want to be able to talk with somebody. If I didn't know something, now I know. Now I can think logically.
Yeah.
Being able to get all the information to be able to find out the truth. The truth is what sets you free, people. There is nothing better than the truth. Because again, the truth hurts, but it takes that weight off your fucking shoulders.
Yeah.
You feel it for a little bit. And it's gonna suck for a bit. Trust me, it will. Certain truths, you don't want to hear it. Because you just want that dopamine hit. You just want to be able to feel good all the fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you need that fucking smash of truth to be able to live your life in the right way, in the more informed way. Like it baffles me when people think that they know everything already.
Mm-hmm.
Like children, like back when we were, I know everything. You don't know shit. The dumbest thing we ever said with children is, I can't wait to be an adult. You fucking idiot. Enjoy your childhood. Because as soon as you hit adulthood, it's all going downhill from there. It's just, we can't sit here and act like we know everything. The wisest people in the world are constantly learning shit every day, are willing to learn new stuff every day. That's why I like people who are kind of jack of all trades, master of none type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
They know a little bit about a lot of things. Instead of that one person who knows a lot about one thing, but jack dick about everything else. But then because they know a lot about that one thing, they want to talk to you like they know everything. Like that type of shit, like for me, I just gotta, again, we as a people gotta be able to come together, be able to talk it out. Is it going to get passionate? Absolutely, it's gonna get passionate.
Mm-hmm.
Because people are passionate about their shit, as well as they should be. But it has to be to a certain extent. You have to be able to get certain information and not have the dumbass ego to be able to go, you know what? I was wrong in that thinking. I shouldn't have thought that. I probably shouldn't have said that. I was wrong. Accountability. Big thing. You can be able to tell when you're wrong, hold yourself accountable. People resonate with that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what the best thing is? When you can hold yourself accountable, nobody can fucking hold anything over your head. When you're self-aware, nobody can say shit to you and you can get offended.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what's real. You know what's real with yourself. You know what's real with the situation. Why the fuck am I going to get offended by somebody who knows dick?
Yeah.
They don't know shit about what's been going on with me. So why the fuck am I going to get offended by them? Self-awareness and accountability takes all that away, people. I promise you it does. There ain't jack shit anybody in the world can tell me about me that's going to piss me off. Maybe my mom. She knows a lot about me and she knows how to push my buttons. So does my brother. But, you know, that's a whole other fucking story there. But, you know, it's one of those things where, you know, life just feels better. When you can hold yourself accountable, when you can hold other people accountable, the constructive criticism, you know, that type of stuff, that shit works. It's healing. You know, the truth is a bitter pill to swallow, but you know, it's something that helps the immune system. You're sitting here thinking about a goddamn lie, stressing over it when the truth can set you free.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like what we're trying to do here is we're trying to find the truth. We want the truth in everything that we know. Now, if we have a piece of information, we say it, and then we get met with another piece of information that kind of alters that opinion or alters that, then hey, so be it. It's gonna suck. It'd be like, fuck. Wish I would have known it sooner. So I didn't have to do this or I didn't have to do that. Again, it's gonna suck at first, but you learn, you grow. You know, sitting there thinking you know everything, it's never gonna help.
Yeah.
How are you gonna call yourself a know-it-all when you know nothing? You know, the lack of empathy in this world. All because you didn't go through something, you don't have empathy for somebody else. Like I said, I haven't gone through half the shit that Matt Six has gone through in his life. I haven't gone through half the shit that Mizzle or any of other of my black friends have gone through in their life. And I will never, ever say that I will.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean I'm going to have a lack of empathy for it? Fuck
Yeah.
no. Fuck no. Absolutely not. Because you have to have that empathy in order for you to be able to, you know, come together with people. Be like, hey, fuck, man, that shit sucks. You know what? Hey, you're right. We do need to do this. We do need to do that. It hasn't happened to me, but from what I'm hearing, yeah, I wouldn't want that to happen to me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to have that empathy for you. Like, yeah, bro, I don't envy you. I'm glad you got through it. I'm glad you're here. I've told Matt Six plenty of times. Like, I'm not envious of some of the shit that he went through. But I'm glad he's here. I'm glad Pawpaw Sticks is still kicking.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, 50 years strong. I've learned so much from this fucking man. It's just, again, having the empathy for people, having the ability to be able to listen, to talk logically, instead of just trolling and being a dick just to be a dick. Like, there's a lot of growing that this world and this country really still needs to do. 250 years, people think that that's a long time. That's nothing. Compared to a lot of other countries in this world, that we're still in infancy, really. If you really look at the general scheme of everything, China's been around for thousands of years. Europe has been around thousands of years. Africa, my God. We're talking about tribes, kingdoms, all this other stuff that have been around forever. Is China a communist country? Yeah. Is it run by a pretty fucking crazy regime? Yeah. But if you look at the Chinese history, you can learn a few things. Yeah, you can learn what to do, what not to do, but China's been through a lot of shit and they're still standing.
Yeah.
We're talking about motherfuckers who wrote the Art of War. Even though you read that book and it's like, yeah, this is kind of common sense, actually. But I mean, but back then, I guess it wasn't common sense.
Yeah.
But we're talking. There's so much that we can learn, and that's actually what makes this. And this is what pisses me off because most people, oh, you're an American. Fuck you. I'm more American than you can ever be. Why? Because I am pissed off that this country isn't better.
Yeah.
We have a melting pot of people. This is why we were the best at everything. Because we had everyone from everywhere coming here to work together to build something that is this place called America. Without immigration, without minorities, without brown people, black people, and some white people, Asian people, Indian people, Native Americans. Without all of that, you really think this country is anywhere near close to what it should be? No, we would have died off in year 10. You were talking, we won the Revolutionary War against the British. Well, if you think about it and you actually read, the Revolutionary War, the Redcoats were beating our ass most of that war. Okay? That's just the cold, hard truth of it. They were whooping our fucking ass. But it just so happened that the king got bored of it and just said, you know what? All right, fuck it, bring them home. Let them do their thing. Okay. Let the 13 colonies do their thing. That's what they did. It wasn't so much as, oh, yeah, they signed the thing of surrender, but the king did it with the good luck, motherfuckers. Now, we had a great idea. The forefathers had a great idea. Now, were our forefathers a little fucked up in their own right? Absolutely. Absolutely. Thomas Jefferson. Ugh. You look at a lot of shit that he did. Man. Slave owner, heresy. Oh, what do you mean heresy? The motherfucker made his own Bible. That's heresy. Yeah, what does that sound like, Trump?
Yep.
You too can have a fucking Trump Bible for $69.99. Stupid asses. Jesus Christ. And that's the thing, man. You want to sit here and call yourself a Christian. You want to, and we're talking about like Christian, Muslim, Islam, the whole thing. We all fucking follow the same thing. You realize that, right?
That's what they don't realize.
We're here fighting each other over the same God.
Same God. That's what they don't realize. I'm like the same step. And yeah, we'll get into the. That'd be a nice another little show, especially after Ramadan.
Yep,
that's
get into the because we could talk good about religion. I could talk good and bad about religion, but that's a whole nother, like I said, show that we can do. But right now it's just one of those we needed to kick off the revamped version. Basically, an overall concept view about what the show is going to be about. I don't want to say, oh, we're going to come to you every Sunday or every day. We're going to, when shit happens and we have time and we can be able to get together and talk about some stuff, then we'll do that. I don't want to give us, set time with everything because, again, life happens when it happens, and we've got other shows other than this one to be able to do as much. So there's a lot that goes on that needs to, for us to be able to make this. But again, like I've told people before, want it to be more consistent, need y'all help. We need those
Yep.
subscriber numbers to get up. We're close to that 500 mark to be able to get that monetization.
Mm-hmm.
If we can get the channel to be able to bring up and produce enough money for us to be able to do this on our own, of course we can do this shit more often than we do. But until that time happens, we got to be, we got to be able to keep a roof over our heads.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we got to do what we got to do. But it's just right now. I'm not with the justifications and the excuses for why people voted for this idiot. Um, I don't buy the we didn't know this is not what we voted for. I don't buy that like at all. There's nothing about that argument that makes me go, "Oh yeah, I feel bad for you." No, I don't feel bad for you. I don't. I feel bad for the people who are suffering because of you. That's who I feel bad for. I feel bad for the people who are getting killed by ICE agents, those fucking weak pricks.
Mm-hmm.
All of them are failed fucking army and failed military, failed police officer. Every fucking one of them. Every fucking one of them. And mom was like, "Oh, be careful with some of that." I'm like, I fucking dare one of those motherfuckers to come at me.
Mm-hmm.
I dare them. They're not. Hey, you're gonna get everything from me because from what I see, I come from my DNA comes from my grandfather. May he rest in peace. He was deported 3 times before he finally got back in here, got his green card, basically did the electrician work for the entire fucking city that I grew up in. That man busted his ass until the day he died. You are never going to tell me that Mexicans are lazy.
Yeah.
There
No.
are some who are. Trust me, I know. But for the majority, how are you going to call them lazy and be like, yeah, oh, we're going to get all these motherfuckers that are lazy, they're not working. But then you go to places of work. You go to Home Depot. You go to the construction sites. You go to where they're actually working. Whoa, whoa,
Mm-hmm.
whoa. I thought you said they weren't working.
Yeah.
Construction, abilities have gone down. Yeah, because you got rid of all the workers. They didn't want to come to work anymore because they were afraid you sell them out.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, it's the immigrants' fault we don't have these jobs. I don't see any white people lining up to get fucking fruit picking jobs out in the fields.
Nope. Never will. They'll put a machine out there before they get out there and do the manual labor.
You know what I'm saying? It's like all these jobs that they so called are being taken are jobs they would never do in the first place. They would never do them. It's just an excuse. The idea of immigrants are the problem has been a problem since the country's inception. White people seem to forget that Irish and Italians were looked at as black people
Mm-hmm.
back in the day when they were coming by boats. You know, we seem to forget that a lot of the shit, and it wasn't until when the Chinese started coming in, during the gold rush and making the railroads that those white people said, maybe the Irish and the Italians aren't that bad. They still kind of look like us. So, hey,
Mm-hmm.
welcome to the white family. And once again, absorb a culture that they didn't have. Italian culture, very rich. Irish culture, extremely rich. If you really look into the history of Ireland, very cultured out there. So it's and that's one of the things that I always tell people: y'all better learn your history, because if you don't learn your history, you are doomed to repeat it. You got people out here that have been doing the same shit since the beginning, and we still sit here like, oh, we didn't know that was going to happen. We've had a blueprint of it. We have history books. If y'all would actually bother to read, we have situations that explain literally what not to do. Hey, remember this guy Hitler who killed over 1 million Jews in the
Mm-hmm.
Holocaust and everything like that? Yeah, let's not fucking do that again. Even the Germans, after that time, it is mandatory for them to learn about what happened so that the German people would be able to learn and go, we can't fall for that again. Our country suffered because of that. The sanctions and everything that was put on Germany. Germany almost basically evaporated as a country. After World War II, the country of Germany was this close to basically being divided up amongst the countries around it. It was only by the grace of God and a little bit of empathy for the people who didn't really have anything to do with it, because there were German people who were helping Jews and stuff like that get away and all that. There were good people. Were good people there. A lot of the majority of them weren't. But again, a cult will follow a cult leader until the day that they die. And unfortunately, a lot of them did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Nuremberg trials and stuff like that. I was just following orders. That shit don't fly. That shit doesn't fly. You know what's morally wrong and right. You know, killing people just because they're Jewish or whatever it is that they look like, you know that's bad. And yet you perform these atrocities anyway. Same thing that's going on here. And I've told people the Nuremberg trials ain't going to have shit about what's going on, what's about to happen here. And it will. And I've tried to reassure people, like, the light is going to come out. We're going through some darkness right now, but the good will eventually win. It always does.
Mm-hmm.
You get pushed back, from evil. The devil will get his shots in here and there. But at the end of the day, who always wins? So it's just one of those things, like, we got to go through it, but promise people things will get better. We just got to get to fucking, I think, July. If we can get through to July, I think we'll be all right.
Yeah.
But I've even talked with my wife and everything about it, going, and this is where I need the Democrats to listen up. Okay. You've ran, these midterms and everything on, once we get in office, we're going to hold all of them accountable. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Trump is out, blah, 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 blah. Now, if the midterms come around, you win, and you still don't do anything,
Yeah.
don't be surprised when the people finally show up at your door.
Mm-hmm.
I told them I was like, one of two things is going to happen during the midterms. Either the Democrats will fucking handle it, or the people are going to handle it.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want the people to handle it, because we're going to burn that bitch down.
Mm-hmm.
With extra gasoline, a couple more tons of TNT, and we'll start from scratch.
Yeah.
I would much rather start from scratch than to have to deal with what we've been dealing with right now. That's in the Constitution. We're supposed to burn this bitch down if anything goes awry. So, one of two, and that's why I tell, those Democratic leaders, y'all better be about what you say, because you're going to have a revolt and a revolution on your hands that you, quite frankly, are not prepared for. Regardless of what you may think, you are not prepared for the people to finally rise up on you. And let me be very clear. It's not going to need to take the entire population. You only need 10% of this population, maybe less than that. 10% of the population to rise up and do something. They wouldn't have anything to do. They wouldn't know. They wouldn't even have the military power to be able to handle that. We got 1.5 military service people. Do you think all 1.5 million are going to be able to stand up to 8 million plus?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not going to happen. And on top of that 1.5 million is probably going to get divided down in half, because those soldiers are going to stand with the people.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, military service members, if you're out there right now and you are willingly following these unlawful orders, guess what? When those quote unquote Nuremberg trials start coming for your ass, you got no fucking sympathy from me whatsoever. Whatsoever. You will burn with your orange leader, just like the rest of them will. So y'all better wisen the fuck up real quick, because y'all didn't take no oath to serve a goddamn king. You took an oath to the people in the Constitution.
Mm-hmm.
So all this shit that Trump, oh, we have to follow orders. Fuck you. No, you fucking don't, especially if they're unlawful.
Yeah.
If you are part of these war crimes, you think they're just going to go after Hegseth and Trump? No, they're going to come after the people who actually executed those war crimes as well. If you think your defense is going to be what the Nazis was, of I was just following orders and you're going to be good, you're not. You're going to be put to death just like they will.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all better wisen the fuck up and really understand where the values and true, like being American military actually is. Because right now, y'all are dying in Iran and your fucking leader doesn't give a fuck about you for it.
Nope.
The 6 caskets that just got brought home, this son of a bitch used it as an ad campaign for people to buy in, so that, oh, hey, if you pay this amount of money, we can, you can be in on some of the service there. You can be in on some of the secrets. Using dead military service members to promote. That's who your leader is. Your leader doesn't give a fuck about you. Your commander-in-chief doesn't care whatsoever about any of y'all. You are pawns to him. He literally went up into a fucking conference and said, it is what it is. People are going to die. And what?
Yep.
Yeah? Okay. So what happens when the military finally wisens up and puts their arms down and says, what are you going to do?
Mm-hmm.
You need to do this. The fuck I do? What are you going to do? Demote me? Put me in jail?
Mm-hmm.
The way I'm looking at it, ain't none of us doing that. So who's going to do that for you? What's saying, you and what army?
Mm-hmm. For real.
So it's like it just, and that's the thing that needs to happen. But the military has, and God, I have family members that they indoctrinate and they brainwash. They do a lot of that. And it wouldn't be surprising if they have brainwashed to the point to where they make them think like, hey, if you don't do this job, then hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And that's the reason why a lot of military service members, kind of came from nothing. They bring in the most desperate. They bring in the ones that have not much to live for. Most military members do come from the South, the
Mm-hmm.
rural South. So that should alone give you kind of an idea. But it's one of those things. We got to wisen up, people. You got to start thinking logically, get those senses back in. You got to start thinking straight. Because there's a lot of shit that's happening right now that shouldn't be happening, and is really childish, if you ask me. The temper tantrums and shit that have been happening, like, and I've been one that said I never wish death on nobody, and I don't. But when it comes, do I have empathy for it? No, I don't. Not for that, at least, because of what they've done.
Yeah.
You've murdered, you've killed, you've tortured. And you want me to feel sorry for you? Because you fucked with somebody enough to where they put a bullet in between your head? No. Did I feel bad for Charlie Kirk? No, I didn't. Now, I don't condone it. I'm not sitting here going like, oh yeah, he deserved that. And I don't feel anybody deserves to be taken out like that, regardless of what they say. But am I surprised? No. Am I empathetic because of it? No. Hell, his wife isn't even empathetic about it. She moved on so goddamn fast, it was ridiculous. You blinked and it was like, God damn. Hey, yeah, well, wow, you really got over your husband really quick, huh? You and JD Vance getting a little close there, honey. You got some Cheeto dust around your lips. What's going on? This bitch had the nerve to come over, oh, white man, be strong. Fuck you, bitch. You were given everything because you were fucking everything. That's why. But again, certain things happen in this world for a reason. And who am I to question the world? Who am I to question God's plan, right? So it's just like, it's just one of those things.
Yeah.
Let's start thinking logically. Let's start coming together. I want to try and use this show as like a healing process. As much shit as we're going to be talking about, I genuinely want this to be something that we can all, at the end of the episode, feel like it was a productive argument or a productive debate. Do you know what I mean? At least we can come away with it going, you know what? We either learned some shit, we got wiser, we got better, we had a good conversation, we got it off our chest. Nobody's calling anybody out of their name. Nobody's doing any, crazy shit like that. As long as we can come away from it feeling productive, that's all I care about.
Mm-hmm.
But we need to be able to have these conversations, as uncomfortable as they're going to be, as hurtful as some of the conversations are going to be, as dark as some of the conversations are going to be. This show a while ago, when we were first starting it with me and Adam, we got into some pretty interesting shit. Now, nowhere near as dark as I think it's going to get now. Because, again, there's not a lot of light. So because there's so much dark, we got to be able to try and bring light into it.
Yeah.
So that's the goal of the show. That's what we want to do. Bring people together. We may have differences, but we can still be able to sit at the table and have a good time with each other. We have more in common than people think. Do I agree with everything that Mad Stick says and does? No, I don't. A lot of it I do, because him and I are like-minded in certain ways. But just because I disagree with him on one or two things doesn't mean I'm going to vilify him.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's heard me say and do a few things that he's like, JP, you might want to chill. But does that mean I'm vilified in his eyes? No. Why? Because we can be able to talk to each other normally.
Mm-hmm.
We can be able to have a conversation. So that's the whole thing. And that's why I really try to get my friend group to be that way, to be able to hold each other accountable and talk to each other and be able to be like, hey, you know what? You probably shouldn't have done that, bro. I don't like friends who just blow smoke up your ass the entire time. That makes me think like you have alternative motives. Like when you're nothing but nice to me, I almost feel weird. It almost feels like, man, you're not going to talk any type of shit? Damn, okay.
Yeah,
I got a
yeah.
big head. You want to attack that? Nothing? No? Okay. All right. Just going to be nice the whole time? All right. What do you want? Like, what do you really want?
Yeah.
Like, it's, again, it's certain conversations are going to be uncomfortable. That's okay. We're here to be able to have that safe space of a conversation with, again, not being able to call anybody out of their name. I'm going to try and get people that may have opposing views. That conversation could get passionate, could get heated, but the goal of that conversation is at the end of the whole debate or talk, we can be able to go, like I said, that was productive. I learned something from them, they learned something from me, and maybe we can grow from there.
Yep.
That's the point. That's what we want to do. So And the intro and outro won't be as generic as fuck next time either. We'll have a little bit of something to be able to bring some sort of presentation to the whole thing for sure.
Yeah.
But again, we just wanted to get something out there because I wanted to get the show revamped, and there's a lot of topic of discussion and a lot of people that I want to conversate with on this platform. So that a little bit of selfishness. I want to be able to grow as a person. I want to be able to learn something new every day. So that's part of it. But
Mm-hmm.
again, to be able to have a platform to have those uncomfortable conversations where we can feel productive and good at the end of the day. It was a passionate argument, but you still feel good. You can go to sleep at night.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
so we'll see what happens. Episode 2 hopefully will come soon. We'll see when that happens. But once again, JAFFOsTV.com. Get all the merchandise. I might get a couple of shirts and stuff like from this out there. So we'll see. And being able to support the channel, subscribe, hit the like, hit the share, hit the bell, hit whatever it is that you need to hit. That shit takes less than 10 seconds for you to be able to do, to be able
Mm-hmm.
to support the channel. All Pro Jaffos, Ring Psychology Podcast, Logical Senses. We got Indie Vibes with DJ or with Papa Matt Six. So we might have to change the title now.
I know, right?
But there's a lot of good stuff on this channel that I know people can like, and Botched Initiative. For all of my D&D nerds out there, there's a lot of stuff on this channel for everyone to be able to kind of look at. I may not like that show, but I like that show.
Yeah.
There's a little bit for everybody here. So be able to go on there, go to JAFFOsTV.com, support the website, get the merch, support the show, subscribe, share it out. Be a friend, tell a friend like we tell everybody. Love you guys. We'll see you again soon. Be safe. Love each other. Be logical. We'll see y'all later. Deuces.
Peace.